Hey, what's going on? This is Mando Crusader, and welcome to episode 6 of Sunless Skies. So, in the last episode, we finally made it to Port Prosper, as you can tell by us currently being in Port Prosper. We made a little bit of money, a little bit of a wash on money. Actually, no, I think we are better off than when we were in episode 4. Okay, so, yeah. In this episode, we're just gonna make more money, do a little bit more exploration, try to fill out the map a little bit more. We still need to find Carlins, as well as Lustrum. Hybris is off over here, because that's the entrance to Hybris. So the other two have to be over here somewhere. I am 110% convinced of that. In here's just the rest of Trader's Wood. Though we could try and find the wreck of the Parzival. That might be fun. But yeah, that's the general game plan of today's episode. Also, make money. I think I already said that, but money is important, right? Everyone loves money. Before we take off, one point of order that I wanted to bring up is I have made the decision to cut out all of the boring traveling. Instead, I am just going to go, I'm going to travel around off camera, and if I find something interesting, I will, I'll keep that in the video so you guys can be up to speed on everything that we have discovered. So, one final thing before we get into this. If you like my content, if you like this content, why not give it a like? That's what the button's there for. Also, subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Ring the bell. Also, comment any other games that you'd like me to play. I will do the best that I can. And with all that out of the way, let's jump right into this episode. And our first stop, I feel, is going to be Magdalen's. So, see you there, unless we find something cool on the way. Aha! We seem to have found something cool. The Atropos. Scavenge the wreck. You know what? 68% chance. I'm feeling lucky today. Force open the doors to the hold. Frost has locked them, but a pry bar makes an effective key. And I indeed was feeling lucky. A discovery. Your driver holds your locomotive steady alongside the wreck as your crew take turns at the pry bar. Eventually, the bay doors are sufficiently parted to permit the spryest of you to squeeze through. Soon, they return. And what's this they've found? A cache of curiosities. What could it be? An intriguingly bulging sack. How pleasantly it rattles. A stoppered vial falls out of the sack after sufficient shaking. A collection of gathered disappointments that someone might be willing to pay for. We now have one jumble of undistinguished souls. We, can sell those. No, we don't want to go down there. We can sell those at London along with that extra thing of chorister nectar. So that's really good for us. It's not that, it doesn't fetch that much, but at this point in the game, every little bit helps. I believe we've come across another wreck. Don't mind what's happening up there. It's just normal, normal everyday things. The Mondi Bell. We could try to get a crew member, But considering there's only a 26% chance of success, and we already are full crew, I'm not going to risk that. So we're just going to mourn the dead, lose some terror, and move along. Oh! Never mind, we are not going to move along. We have a Reach Marauder to kill. Please don't involve me in your squabble. And, that Tackety is getting dangerously close to me. I'm on your side, man. Ow! I dodged right into that. I can't believe it. Ow! We're overheated. Ow! That Tackety just rammed into me. Ouch! Oh, gosh. Let's loot the Reach Marauder. Oh, strip the engine materials. We need it. We need those materials desperately. Oh, and we're going to run. We are going to run to Magdalene's and dock and deliver this package. And it's right here, so we may as well not cut. Alright. So, here we are. First off, let's deliver the previously impounded goods. Actually, this is really the only thing we're doing here, not first off. So, deliver the previously impounded goods, delivered with gratitude. A nurse from Magdalene's opens up the crate and breathes a sigh of relief. Finally, our prisoners, honey. You are almost out. I can't thank you enough, but I can pay you for your troubles. Ah. Alright. Gain 200 sovereigns. So, that is just great. More money, the better. Yeah, that's literally all we had to do here. Next stop, New Winchester. So, see you there, unless I find something else. Ah. Axon. Wreck. 86% chance. Surely this won't fail. And to my not surprise, it didn't. This time I think we're going to go to the captain's quarters and see what we've got here. Ooh, a second otherworldly artifact. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And over here, we seem to have a lighthouse. Barcelar's Folly. Oh! And a Reach Marauder. Let's be careful not to overheat. Also, let's be careful not to dodge right into their bullets here. Got it. And let's take our loot. More hull. Oh, that's a lot of hull. 11. Nice. And yeah, we're almost to New Winchester. So, see you when we get there. Alright. Here we are, passing under Scamp's Narrow. And we are back home. Back home in New Winchester. Time to make bank. And you know what it's also time for? I realized on my way here, it's time to progress our ambition. Because we'll be able to get to Silence Do not Silence Do Gossip. I've been playing too much other Feel Better games. Savage Secrets. Be able to get those. So first things first, let's make money. Selling a jumble of undistinguished souls, as well as a single gourd of Chorus Nectar, will net us 190. So we are over 1,000, which is really, really nice. Let's top off our fuel and supplies. And then we turn in our port reports at Victory Hall. Just up here. Yes, visit Victory Hall, deliver our port reports, and gain 400 sovereigns. This is why you always collect your port reports. Never not collect your port reports. You're missing out on so much money. You have 7 Tacti's Gratitude. The fortunes of the stovepipes are going down, which can only be a good thing. And now, we want to trade some of our favors for 2 Savage Secrets. So, trade a favor for a Savage Secret. A favor repaid. She leans in close before she speaks. Her voice is low and laden with tobacco. She shares what she knows of several motions that have not yet reached the assembly floor. Some would make changes to laws that is helpful to know about in advance. And do it again. And with these, we can now go back to New Winchester. Very riveting, I know. But it is about to get really riveting, because now we can decode our old friend's letter and see what she has to say. And the thing is that I actually, it's been a very long time since I've done this ambition, so I actually forget what this is. So I'm sort of even going in fresh here. Alright, so, ambition, the encoded letter. Privately, you examine the letter. The earnest agitator's handwriting is never neat, is clearly hurried. There are several unfinished trains of thought angrily struck through. She writes, coyly, of having embarked on a journey of the most fundamental discovery, and of having uncovered celestial secrets. She says she wants to discuss her progress with you, but does not say where or when. The envelope also contains a collection of unfinished crosswords cut from the newspapers. Decode her hidden message. She always hated crosswords, and the phrasing of the letter is stilted, as if she had to use certain words in certain places. There is a concealed message here, you are certain, and the crosswords are key to it. 2 Savage Secrets? Let's do it. Eureka! Late nights. A score of failed attempts, bunched up and thrown into the fire. But at last, you are successful. The pages concealed are not one hidden message, but 2, each complicating and confounding the other. The first is an exhortation to meet at the same place and under the same circumstances that you last parted. That was in London during the annual Jubilation Day festivities that commemorate the Empire's conquest of a son. The second sequence of letters picked from the crosswords, which alone took entire nights to complete, you scribble them down to the back of the envelope. Oh, okay, I messed up that paragraph. The second is a sequence of letters picked from the crosswords, which alone took entire nights to complete. You scribble them down on the back of the envelope. The stars are dying. Yep, that's normal. Alright, so we progress that. Seek your friend at London. So, now we have a reason. to go to Albion. So we are going to need to bribe our way into that transit permit. And thankfully, now we have plenty of money to do so. So the thing is, do we want to do that now? Or do we want to spend a little bit more time in the Reach? And see what's going on here a little bit more. I think I'm going to opt for the latter, but this does mean we are going to be going to Albion very, very soon. But I think to cap this episode off, I'm going to do a little bit of exploration down here. And try and see if we can find anything. Because I'm pretty sure that's where the rest of the ports are. So, again, I'm going to shove off here and see if I find anything. No, this isn't something interesting, but it is something. Some fuel. Oh, never say no to fuel. Am I right? You don't want to get stuck out here. Oh. Oh, I have found something. I have found something. I have found many, many things! And none of them good. I have discovered... Wait for it. The grave of the Silent Saint. The Silent Saint. A vast sheet of ice has frozen over the ossified corpse of a vanquished beast. The surface is pockmarked with failed mining attempts. Collapsed shafts extend into the frigid tomb, and abandoned mining equipment litters the ice like discarded toys. Legends and rumors gather about the beast entombed below, a mythic horde yet unclaimed. Are we feeling really lucky? That's the biggest question of the hour here. Use explosives to breach the ice. There are few problems that dynamite can't solve. We have the crew. We have the carefully packed crate of munitions. We just got that, actually. We have a 51% chance to succeed. Well, our past two checks have both succeeded. And you know what they say about third times. I don't believe it. We succeed. Fire and thunder. The aim is simple. The logistics complex. You spend painful hours coordinating the exact sequence your engineers must take for success. There are grumbles. But all is forgiven when you light the first fuse and the ice goes up in a series of meticulously timed explosions. The air is choked with smoke and ice. When it clears, you can see you've opened a wide crack in the ice. Under the ice, the descent is precarious. Flakes of ice trickle down the sides of the shaft, disturbed by your movement through the passage. You climb down, chest pressed against the packed ice. Periodically, you send up a flare to remind your waiting crew you are still alive. And then you can descend no further. You have reached the great gray shell of the Silent Saint. We can either recover Navartine gemstones or recover scales to mend your hull. Well, we have plenty of hull, so we're not doing that. These are late game items, by the way. So this is another reason why we're taking these, if you haven't already guessed by my comments about the hull. These are late game items. Usually you can only get these on your return trip to the Blue Kingdom. Except here. You can get them here if you're lucky, and we have them. Recover Navartine gemstones. Through a rift in the Saint's shell, you can make out the iridescent glimmer of gemstone. The diadem of a saint. You only have a hand axe to widen the gap between the massive plates that form the saint's exterior. Sweat trickles down your brow, freezing against your cheek. At last, you made enough of a gap to extract several stones. They are as heavy and round as fresh eggs. Befret of the gems, the mottled underflesh of the saint begins to weep milky pus. It's time to be away. Yeah, that's a pretty good indicator that it's time to GTFO. We've gained 5 terror, and we've gained a cask of Navartine gemstones. These fetch a very, very pretty penny in New Winchester. So we are going to leave now. We're not going to press our luck any further. We have lost 1 haul. Into the sky, the wind howls. Your engine struggles to clear the ice frozen to it. Debris scatters in your wake, rolling across the surface like dice cast across a board. There's a fierce crunch, and then your engine is free. This is another thing you can find here, by the way. Curator eggs. So we are going to retrieve 1 here. Plus 15 terror. A star-maddened explorer. And we are going to leave. We're just going to leave now. And pretend all of those things aren't back there. Our terror is mildly high. Ignore the chittering. That's not important anymore. We're just pretending that doesn't exist. And we are moving on. I think we're close to Lustrum. So, yeah. See you there. And I was right. Here she is. Lustrum. Lustrum. There we go. And that reduced our terror a little bit, too. So we are going to dock. And that is where we're going to end this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know I did. I always love the Grave of the Silent Saint. It's one of my favorite horrors in the game. Because dragons are cool, right? If you like this episode, again, like it. Please subscribe. Comment any other games you'd like me to play. It all really, really helps out the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode, we are going to see what's up with Lustrum. Explore the rest of over here on our way back to New Winchester. And from there, we're going to take a trip to Albion, the next region. But that's going to require a little bit of preparation first, and one of those pieces of preparation is actually at Lustrum. So it's going to be a really, really fun episode, because we're finally going to progress the game. So thank you all. I hope you all stick around for that, and yeah, have a good one.